Hello, in today's video, just a short video, I'm going to show you how to extract, manipulate data from the Stats Canada PUMF file for the public use microdata file for the tourism survey for 2022. First thing we'll find the Stats Canada data sites. We'll just Google search for. Let's go into Google first. And we'll search for Stats Canada, Statistics Canada. There we go. We don't want to, okay, we're looking for the data. You actually get a lot of good data here. Then we click on the PUMF public use microdata. You can use a labor force survey, interesting, but we're using the National Travel Survey microdata data. We want the latest one, which is 2022. Now, if you have access to the SAS or SPSS or the STATA programs, which you have to pay for, you can use those, but the text file is the free one, so you can actually download this PUMF file, and I'll just click on that, and you can actually download it into a directory, and I'll show you. It takes a while to download, so in the meanwhile it's downloading, I'm going to actually show you where you can actually get it on our Holland College Library website. So if I click on, we'll just let that download. But the relevant, we're not going to use all the files, but I'm going to show you what files we're going to use. So if we go just do a Google search for, let's say, Holland College Library. And we'll go into the virtual services here. Click on that. It's in the course guides for business. I put it in there. There's a bunch of stuff just at the bottom, the data sets. Underneath that is the National Travel Survey for 2022. So all the files that you need are here. So if we go into the microdata file here, this will actually bring you to the link that we were just looking at. But and then in fact, if I look at the download, still downloading. But if I go into the let's see, data dictionary, this is the file that we wait now, where is that? Oh, this is the file that we need here. I guess I haven't, it was too big to actually put into this, so we'll need that. That's one of the files we're going to use for the trips, the PUMF text file there. So we'll keep this open. We'll look back where it's downloading there. We're going to be using Perl and Notepad++, so you should have those installed. You can actually get what I've done on mine. You can put them on a portable, on a USB stick, or you can actually put a copy of that USB stick portable unit onto your hard drive here. So let's open up both. So I'm going to go into C, under Perl Portable, and I'm going to run that. And I'm going to copy everything into the temp directory. Actually, let's make a directory. Let's go to C. Change that. Let's make a directory. Let's call it travel. Oops. Make directory. Travel. Okay. And then we'll change to travel. Nothing in there, but we'll just make sure that Perl is operating. So we have an old version of Perl. Well, that's good enough. So we're gonna let's go back and let's go into our downloads. It's ready to go. So if I open that up, what we're going to need is we're going to need the data, and remember we're going to look at the what I showed you in here. Let's go back into, we're going to need the trips. This is going to need this PUMF file, this trips file here. So let me go back into here, here. Where's our data? Right in here. Yeah, so we need this one here. So let's copy that. Let's copy that into our C travel. So I'm going to find the C travel. So I'll paste it in there. And we're going to need the data dictionary to understand what's on this file. So it's actually quite a big file. I'll show you it with it when I open it up in Notepad. In fact, let's do that right now. No, let's get the other file first. So let's get here. Let's actually go back into the downloads. The very top here. Go back into downloads up here. Let's see if I can find that. It's not in here. Let's go into downloads. Sorry, we'll find that right here. I just want to open that up. I want to get the, we'll need the documentation, so we're going to need the code book, and it's going to be the code book for the trip, right? So we're using, remember, we're using the, it's the, where we go, let's go back into here, I'll show you, sorry about this, just to make sure, remember in here, so we're looking for the, it's the trips, so we're going to get back into the, here, we need the code book for the trips, trip in English, right? So let's get that one, let's copy that into C travel, got everything open here, travel, okay, and those are the two files that we're going to need right now. So let's have a quick look at that. Let's open up, let's close this, one of these travel ones here. Let's open up Notepad, which is portable. I'm going to go up here, and I'm going to open up, just how you can have a look at that, that travel PUMF file. So it's here. It's pretty big, but you can see it's a massive amount of information. It's the it's defined in the data definition dictionary, and it's all the variables are by column numbered with, so that'd be column 1 and how many times. So that's how you got to figure that out using the this data dictionary here. So we're gonna, let's start with what was interesting is by province, right? So if we go MD province starts at 027 column 27 and goes for 2 columns, so it's a two number code that represents the column, and in fact, let's copy that. Let's go back to the top, and we're going to actually, the point of this is to make a Excel file. So let's go in here. Okay, let's see if we can just get the one. Okay, let's copy that if we can. Let's open up an Excel file. And we're going to put that in a blank one here, and I'm going to put that as, and we'll call that, so that'll be 1 column, right? So we'll go here, maybe not, maybe this is going to be the column here. All right. Let's find another column that we want out of this definition file. The duration of the trip, not including the legs. How many days they spend in the province. So remain. We can go like this. Oops. Let's just get that right. Wouldn't have to do the whole thing, but it's kind of neat to have the definition there as well. So let's put that here as another column. Paste that. Paste that. Oh, paste that. And we're going to have to put that here. Okay, so this is going to have to get the, we know that starts in column 27, that starts in column 50. Let's just get another one here for the, you can, let's see if we want to, spending total, how much spending in Canada? Well, in this case, it's going to be, it will include spending in the province, so it doesn't break it down by province, but we can use that just as an example. We can copy that, put that here, paste that, and let's do one more column just so we know if we, let's look at the PUMF file. How much was spent on sports and recreational activities in Canada? So that's likely going to be spent in the province where you're staying. So that's the code in the. Okay, I'll copy that. So let's start with stick with those 4 columns for now. Let's paste that. Again. Okay, so we have 4. We have 27, 28, 50, 52. That's a column that's coming out of this in these this numbers here. And then we have 221, 227, and then we have a little farther there. Let's go, and then that's column 197, 202. So now you can extract that information from this file. You can actually copy and paste this. If I go back into back into the libguides at Holland College. If I won't get back in here, I have a Perl script that you can copy, a command line Perl script that you can, and it'll take the file and it'll actually copy it into the whole text, which you can manipulate after in Notepad. But let's do that. Let's get that. Like here, so I'm going to right click on that, copy that, and we should probably, let's actually manipulate that in Notepad, because I put more columns than we actually needed. So let's just word drop here. In fact, we're just sticking with 4. So we have what we wanted was the prov 20 MD prov germane, SPD total, and then SPD 09. So you can see on this command line here that it's just we're using a Perl. It's reading in the big file, and then we're MD prov. That's the substring out of the each line. It's the column 26. You got to go, because it starts in column 0. You got to subtract 1 from the first number, and then how many columns according to the data dictionary. We want spending total. We don't want spending 6. We just we want spending 9. Right? Is that what we wanted? Yeah. Yes. Okay. So we can go back in here. Let's just get rid of that. We can get rid of that. We don't want 7. I was experimenting early, but we do want 9. Right? And then we're going to print it all off. And just this way, the way it works, you actually have to manipulate it after. So let's get rid of the 6 here. Let's get rid of the 7. But let's keep the 9, right? So, and spending. So it's taking that Perl command. It's going to split up each string by the location within the string, and it's taking it from the PUMF file and putting it in the whole text. Now hopefully this will work. Let's do word drop out of there. Let's copy that one. Let's go back into our directory. Let's hit that. Copy and paste. Let us do okay, and then let's bring it up in. Let's open that up. Let's open that up in the hold, right? So what we have here. So now you see we have one big line. We have to split. Now this is going to take a bit of time here, so I'm going to go make sure I'm home. I'm going to have to replace the tab that I wrote in there with the script with a this is regular expression with a tab here with using the regular expression. Let's replace it all. It's going to take a while. We'll do that. So let's see what we're looking at here. So remember, you can do as many as these columns as you want. You just have to figure out where they start and what they mean. So for example, when I go to the province, let's see, let's find out MD province. If I click on that, these are the code. That's a little farther down, I guess. Let's see, what is it? This is province or destination of the trip. If we look here, that's MD province, so it's not really. Okay, so these are the codes, those are the numbers. So if you're looking for a specific province, like I'll be looking at PEI, I'll be 11, and then they give you odd numbers like these 96 to 99 if they didn't know it or they refused to answer. But so whatever, and then you can look at the numbers here. So 11, we know there are sampled 873. So if we go back into our Notepad++, okay, so the tabs have all been replaced, but now we have to replace what we had, the new line. Remember, in this we have tabs, and at the end of it we put a new lines for each line. So we have to replace that new line with a /r /n, and that's a regular expression given a new line in the form feed. And then we're going to do that, click that, replace all. That's taking a few minutes. But anyway, so we're going to be looking at these codes here, and the same, if I go into very top, this we look at the spending total. So if I go spending total spending in Canada, and it'll have, let's see if we have total spending in Canada, ID total. Anything that starts with 999, you can ignore. You don't want to include that in your, because if you want to average or total it, obviously that's just going to throw things out of whack. So just remember that. So let's go back into our Notepad++, where you see everything. So we have everything here. We have what we did was we split it up. Now we have, remember we did so we have the 4 columns, MD prob, do remain, D total, SPD total, and SPD 9. Split up using Perl, so let's copy all that, and let's paste that into here, see if that'll work. Okay, so we have, go here, we're missing something here, 1, 2, 3, 4, did we? So let's sort that here. Sort and filter, expand the sort. So now if we want to, so these are the provinces, right? This is the duration of the trip, this total spending, and the total spending for sports and recreation. And in this case, if I want to narrow it down to PEI, I'm going to sort and filter that. Open that up, select all. So remember, if I show you again, let's go back to the very top here, using the data dictionary. Let's go back, it's awkward a bit. MD province, and that's one page down. Okay, so PEI is code 11. So if I go back in here, I want to select all. I just want to select it. Okay, now because there's 874, so that's accurate, right? There's one line are the variable names, the names, and then we have 873 frequency count, so that's accurate, right? So that's one way of making sure you have the right numbers. Okay, let's look at so what I would probably do is take each column separately, so you can actually, if I copied that and I put that into another sheet, and we'll paste that. So this is the duration of the trip. Let's see what we have for duration. So let's go into here for data dictionary, see if we have to ignore anything. Okay, trip, where is it now? Duration of the trip. So what does it say for all trips? Duration main, duration all trips, duration of the trip, duration, go down. Okay, what is it? Duration leg, duration, what is the variable we have here? It's duration main, right? Right, so let's go back in here and look at that. Where's duration main? Duration of the trip not including the leg, right? So let's go down. So anything with 999 you can ignore, right? So let's go into here, let's just sort it. Let's sort it by smallest to largest. Well, you can sort it largest to smallest, I guess. Okay, and we don't have anything. Okay, so there's no 999, it's nothing we have to ignore. So, let's go here, Control Home, paste here. Oh, better do that again. Let's do another sheet in case I buggered this up. So, all right, and let's again, let's sort that smallest to largest. Let's look at here. Let's go to the end. Oh, home. Let's go. Okay, so there's no 999s there, right? So nothing is. So you can actually take this as a. The sum is, and in fact, I think if I got rid of that one, get that so we get an accurate one. So 873. So the average length was 1.71 days. So they're not, or 75 days. So less than 2 days, right? For if you're planning, if you're looking for, tourist information. So that's a short stay, and you can, in fact, if you wanted, you can even you can go back into here, and you can just exclude, just get maybe the 2 or 3 days, right? So if you wanted to filter that, select all, and let's say we just want 2 and 3 day stays, right? How many are those? There are 135 out of the 873. So you could figure out the percentage, right? If you went 135 divided by 873 times 100 would be, about 15.5% are staying 2 or 3 days out of the 873. So you can look at those numbers for your statistical information for if you're planning something for your tourism. And let's look at one more. Let's look at the total spending for sports and recreational activities in Canada. So we still have a PEI, right? So you're assuming, This might include some of the spending on their trip to PEI, but we can assume that most of it's going to be spent on PEI. So let's copy that, put another sheet in there. Let's go over here. Now let's, we have to look at the data definition. Let's look at the, so that is D9, right? Spending D9, which is total spending, sorry, what do we want? We want, what was it we were looking at? Sports, so SPD D09. I think I figured this up. That's a combination. What was sport and recreation then? Oh, that's in outside Canada. We want it in, okay. In Canada, right? So that's here. So let's have a look at that. Okay, that's it here. So anything starting with 999 we should ignore. So let's go back into here, back into our file. We can probably sort that, right? So let's get rid of that first. Not yet. Let's sort that. Sort that. Sort that. Largest to smallest. Let's get rid of these, right? So. No, not a lot. Anyway. Okay. So let's get rid of that. Half of them didn't put any. Okay. Shift cells up. Okay. So what do we have left? We have 420. So that's how much spent on the by these 4,000, a lot of money anyway. So the average spending you could see is less than $100, about $78.58 out of the 420. So just gets you an idea. And this is, you know, assuming most of the spending is in PEI. But that's just a way of using the PUMF data from Stats Canada. A little tricky. You got to do a bit of. You got to look at the column numbers. You got to use some Perl and some Notepad++, but they're free, and the text file from Stats Canada is free. If you have the software, the SPSS, you can do that. Anyway, that's just again, just a reminder, if you want to get that information a little easier, you still have to go to Stats Canada, but it's on the library, Holland College. If you go to Holland College, library services, we go into the course guides under business. It's just at the bottom. We kind of information here about the National Travel Survey. Anyway, that's it, and good luck.